Welcome back to another edition of the Upper 90 podcast, the best soccer podcast on the internet. So this week we had the Champions League draws. We have some pretty interesting groups. So let's start talking about Group A with Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Club Brugge, and Galatasaray. So what do you guys think about this group?
Well, I don't think much needs to be said about that group. I think we already know Real Madrid and Paris are going to make it through without a doubt, really.
Yeah, I agree with Alfred.
I don't know, man. Galatasaray is always a little tricky.
Nah, they haven't made it. I don't know. Were they in the last one? I don't think they were even in the last champion.
They were in Porto's group and they...
Well, you're going to travel to Turkey. That's a hard
I know they've been... They used to back then actually compete in the champions. They actually used to make it back to the knockout stages, but now they're just not really even a competition at this point.
There's really nothing to talk about this group, right?
Well, maybe Real Madrid and Paris, that's probably going to be a good
you have PSG and Real Madrid.
We're going to see who's going to come in the first place. That's really what we got to watch out for. Who's going to come in
whoever loses points against Bruges or Galatasaray.
Well, here's a question from left field. You know the rumors with Neymar talking about how he's not going to Barcelona, how they're trading Navas and money for Neymar. You think PSG is going to want to sell Neymar to Real Madrid knowing that they're going to be in the same?
Yeah.
Think so?
I don't think they'll look at that. There's a problem.
And the thing is, they're still gonna get through the stages.
Because you'll pretty much get through.
They'll get through.
If they lose Neymar, I think Galatasaray is gonna give them.
No,
it's gonna give them hell in Turkey.
I don't see no Neymar going back.
Mbappe's injured too.
He is injured, yeah.
The first game is PSG versus Real Madrid.
Oh.
First game of the group.
That's all. That's all Paris and Real Madrid have to worry about each other. And they got to finish first or second. That's what they got to worry about.
I think they also got to keep an eye on Turkey.
No, I don't think
Galatasaray.
So. They can't keep Galatasaray can't play or win.
But they
could do something, man.
They can't win or tie against either club twice. Twice is too much.
Exactly. So
they got to play twice.
They can do it once.
Yeah, but those
not even once.
All it takes is one tie for either.
All it takes is 6 points for Paris to get through.
Yeah, but they want to go in as number.
If Galatasaray ties against Madrid and PSG and they beat Club Brugge, they can make it in.
They won't.
They can make it in.
They won't tie against Real Madrid and Paris.
They could.
They're going to lose.
Real Madrid's not doing that great.
What Galatasaray can do is I think they can pull off a tie against Real Madrid and they can beat PSG once.
No, they won't do that. They can beat PSG.
I don't see it.
I think
they could do it at Turkey. At home?
At home?
PSG can get through with 6-7 points. All they need to win against Club Brugge twice and tie against Galatasaray or Real Madrid, and they're gonna get through. They got it. All right. So let's talk about Group C.
Wait. Okay. So
Group
for
B.
Group A. So let's go around and say who do we think is gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 4? Like just quick.
For Group A, Real Madrid first, Paris second. Galatasaray 3 and Bruges 4.
I agree with all.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Flip-flop PSG and Real Madrid, but...
Nah, I think, it's pretty much the same. Real Madrid is going to beat PSG. All right, so Group B, we have Bayern, Tottenham, Olympiacos, and Red Star. So what about here? What do you guys think?
Bayern's finishing first, for sure.
This one's kind of the same as the first group.
But I feel like Olympiacos...
Because Olympiacos is not that bad.
I think they're better than Galatasaray. I think they're more competition for Tottenham and Bayern. I would see a tie between Tottenham or maybe Olympiacos even beating a Tottenham or Bayern. I think that's definitely more close.
I don't know. I think Bayern's not the power that it used to be. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't even make it on.
Well,
I hope they don't make it on.
Nah, they're making it through.
I hope they don't. I don't.
There's no way they don't make it off.
They kind of try to get reinforcements.
They got Coutinho too.
Yeah, they try to get reinforcements for this Champions League. You can tell with that Coutinho loan, I think they were trying to do something this Champions League.
I
that's
guess
what they were worried about.
I really want to see a Red Star against Tottenham because last year Red Star pretty much screwed over Liverpool.
Made them for the last game?
Yeah, we made them clench.
How do you think Tottenham's gonna do?
I don't think they're gonna do as good as they did last.
No final this time?
Definitely no final.
No,
I want to see how they play after. Getting to the final.
I think if they can make it to the semifinals, even it'd be like too much for them.
No, they have the same squad though.
Pretty
No,
much
they,
the same
I
squad.
mean, they got some good.
Because they didn't get rid of anybody, did they?
Yeah, they got rid of
Might have-
Trippier.
Oh, yeah,
Trippier's it.
But they had. What else they had?
They don't. They only got Dembele and who else did they get?
They got Dembele. That's the.
That's it, pretty much.
That- I
And
mean, yeah.
the guy from Real Betis.
Oh yeah, they got
Lo
Lo
Celso.
Celso.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough.
Especially with Harry Kane, you're gonna have to play him in.
If Harry Kane doesn't get
Oh, no.
injured,
you're gonna have to play him in the
Llorente,
Premier.
the
Oh yeah, and Lorente left. That's the other. That's the other
Oh, he was
replacement
a
for.
big.
if Llorente, I mean, if
That's the
Llorente,
replacement for Kane, and now that you don't have that replacement, what if Kane gets
Lucas
injured again?
Moura,
And he was
Kane
really
always
good.
gets in.
But Lucas Moura, I mean,
bro, he comes on and he scores.
he does,
super
but he's,
sub.
I don't know if he's a starter.
And
He
they have
does,
Son.
but I don't see Tottenham doing much. They'll get off the group, I think.
And they have definitely.
They'll get off the group.
And they have Son.
But I don't know if they can play. They can play the Barclays or the Premier League and Champions League at the same time with Harry Kane and other.
I mean, that
and
was the same
Llorente
exact thing
leaving.
last season. Last season, they didn't bring anybody in.
It all comes down to who they face after the group stages. If they face because there's like always gonna be easier opponents. If they can manage to get,
I mean, they have
first,
so-
to get. They have to get first.
if they
place.
can
No,
manage to
I
get
don't
first,
think
I think it's
this
gonna.
season. I mean, this
And
time
I don't see
think-
him. I don't see him passing Bayern up.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
think
not
they'll get
many.
through Bayern.
There's not many easy opponents this Champions League. It looks like pretty tough.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that
I mean, you
next.
have to.
All right,
look at the
so
group.
let's give our standings. All right, so it's your turn, Yudi,
Bayern first and Spurs second.
and then third and fourth.
Olympiacos and Red Stars. How it is.
Yeah, you guys agree?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I
Bayern
agree.
first.
All right, so moving on to Group C, we have Man City, we have Shakhtar Donetsk, we have Dynamo Zagreb, and Atalanta.
All right.
Easiest group for
So,
Easy
Mm.
group, man. Man City
oh
always
yeah,
gets
they're
the
gonna
easy
make
groups.
it.
Man City first place for sure.
Man City got
Yeah,
this
Man
pretty much
City's
the,
gonna-
the same group last year.
this.
But I don't know who
yeah.
actually will be
Right,
second.
they got-
I mean,
Shakhtar last year, didn't they?
year.
I
feel like they
they've
always
been
play
pretty
Shakhtar.
good.
They always get the easy groups.
They
man.
always play against Shakhtar. I don't know.
Last year they got Shakhtar, Lyon, and Hoffenheim.
Hoffenheim. There we go.
But yeah, definitely, I think out of all the top candidates to win the Champions League, they got the easiest group by far.
They did. They got an easy group.
How far do you think Man City will make it though?
I don't think they'll win it.
I don't think they'll win it either. They don't have the
When they go up against the
the
big
oomph.
teams.
to win it.
But they'll get first place for sure. I mean, maybe Atlanta can give them a hard time.
I
But
think Atlanta's the
Not
team
even.
that's gonna be a second place.
because Atlanta could surprise, man. Atlanta did. They came in third place
Yeah.
last year in Serie A.
Atlanta's pretty good.
And I can see them doing something.
If Manchester City even ties against any of these clubs, I think it's
Atlanta did beat Juventus
failure.
last season, right? Yeah,
Took them out of the cup.
Atlanta's pretty good. not
They're
bad.
good. They're a good team. They're not bad.
I think they'll make it second. I don't know. Maybe they might even get close to first.
But this should be an easy walk. Easy walk for Man City.
Yeah, I would
Definitely.
say it's gonna be a pretty easy one for Man City.
and I think it's also going to help them with the Premier League because
Yeah,
they don't really have to
let
play.
you lift a little bit of weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, this should be
Yeah.
easy. That second place would be hard though.
All right, Edgar. So who do you go with the 1, 2, 3, 4 for Group C?
I'll go with Man City first, Atlanta second, Shakhtar third, and Dynamo fourth.
Fourth. Yeah, I think I agree too. What about you guys?
I agree.
I think I would agree too.
All right, so moving on to Group D, we have Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Leverkusen, and Lokomotiv.
This is a good group.
Yeah, it
This
really
is
is.
this is a
It's
pretty good
nasty
group.
group.
That Juventus versus Atletico match is gonna be oof.
It's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be the best first match.
And then you have Bayern in there too. Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
They're not that
They're an
bad.
underrated team actually.
They have good players.
They're definitely gonna be a pain for both Juve and Atletico because I think
Yeah, they
both of
are.
them are gonna want to go try and be first in their group, and Leverkusen is gonna be like hard to get by.
Yeah, It might be a little hard for them to get by that team because they got pretty good players.
And then going to Russia. Playing in Russia is always hard. It'll definitely depend in that game. If they lose any points against Lokomotiv or anything, they won't get first place.
So I think Leverkusen could be like either Atletico or Juventus.
I think they could definitely get a tie.
They could tie. I don't see them maybe beating them, but a tie for sure.
They could win too, but yeah, I think they could definitely tie against Atletico Juventus, especially if they're not careful. Like, we know Atletico likes to slip up sometimes.
If they underestimate them, then yeah.
What will be your score prediction for the Juventus Atletico?
Oof.
I don't know. Atletico stacked.
I think Atletico's going to end up finishing first.
Season,
Their team is raw.
If Juventus can manage to finish first in this group, I think they're making it to the finals.
But yeah, Juventus is stacked as well, so I don't know.
But I don't think they're going to end up first. I think
Atletico, it'll be a really close game.
If
Decided by one goal.
If you look at like both teams, I think Atletico has a way better team.
Yeah, but I mean they both reinforced. You can tell they wanted to compete this Champions League, both Atletico and Juventus, because Juventus also got a lot of reinforcements.
No, I think they have about the same probably.
I mean goalie alone, I think goalie Atletico.
Goalie, yeah, but defense, Atletico's defense is not better.
I wouldn't take their defense.
But they
got rid of their best defender.
So,
I mean, but they got
the league.
They do get the league, but
who does Atletico have?
Again, I said it. I think the games.
Chema Jimenez, that's it.
I think the games are won in the midfield, and Atletico Madrid has Hector Herrera.
Who's the Juventus?
He doesn't even play.
I mean, I think Juventus.
Juventus has
Rabiot.
Has he started yet?
They have Khedira who?
Rabiot.
No, they have Ramsey too.
He's bench.
They have Ramsey. They have Gan. They
starting?
have Khedira. They have.
Is he starter?
They have Pjanic. Pjanic is starting.
Pjanic
and Khedira start.
Pjanic and Khedira start.
You can't forget about Ronaldo.
I mean, I think I was about to say the striking is the only position that I think Juventus is better than.
And when you look at that Ronaldo can single-handedly win them that game.
Yeah, but the midfield.
Atletico has Diego Costa and another dude too.
They have Joao Felix.
Oh yeah, Joao Felix and Morata.
Yeah, but I mean Ronaldo pretty much. He's a game changer for.
The games I saw Juventus play last year in the Champions League, they were against Ajax. What a horrible team.
But then again, Atletico versus Juventus. That game of Atletico was the worst. One of the worst, honestly. That was one of.
It's because it all depends on their coach too, like how he wants to play. Because
yes, that's what I'm saying.
If he wants to just park the bus against Juventus, and
Atletico likes to Atletico.
But
if he wants to just sit back,
I think that's what's different from this Atletico Madrid.
I agree. I think he'll park the bus with his players though.
I think because I mean you have Trippier who's goes in down the right side and just crosses.
Juventus lost that guy too, Cancelo.
Oh yeah, they got Danilo. I don't know what they were thinking.
How is Danilo professional soccer?
But Cancelo wasn't that good, dude.
He wasn't that good. He gave hard,
dude. If you saw the games, I saw every single Juventus game, and he always killed it. That game against Ajax, the first goal was his fault completely. He lost the ball.
I mean,
he has those little errors that make him not great. He's a good player, but I don't think
they'll miss him that much. Danilo, for sure.
Yeah, I would say he's better than Danilo. But
I don't know. It's gonna be a good game for sure. So I guess it's my turn. I think Atletico's gonna finish first, then Juve, then Leverkusen, and the last Lokomotiv. All right. So Group B we have. Oh wait, you guys agree with that or?
I think Juventus finished first.
You think if Juventus finishes first?
I agree with you.
Slightly up top.
Atletico finishing first.
I would see Juventus finishing first, Atletico second, Leverkusen third, and Lokomotiv fourth.
I guess we'll see who's right. All right, so Group B, we have Liverpool, Napoli, Salzburg, and
Group E.
Yeah, Group E, and Genk.
I think this one's easy as well.
Easy group.
Easy group for Liverpool.
Nah, I mean,
maybe.
Last year,
I don't even see them struggling against Napoli.
Last year, they got Napoli in the group. And
yeah, they did, huh?
I don't know. I feel like Napoli...
They tied, I think, was it? They tied it with Napoli, but they had a better goal difference.
I think so.
Which made them move on.
Unless they got more points.
Last year,
they tied both.
Yeah, they were almost out.
No, yeah, they got because
Napoli went to the Europa League, didn't they?
No, last year they had PSG, Liverpool, Napoli, and Red Star. And Juventus.
No, it was based on
Was it
match to match?
match to match?
Yeah, so Liverpool did better against Napoli than
Then
Napoli did better
yeah.
against them.
But they tied in points overall, Napoli and Liverpool, and Liverpool ended up winning the champions.
But last year they had PSG in that group too.
That is,
Here you don't have a big third one. You just have Napoli and that's it.
But Napoli's actually a good team.
Genk and Salzburg, I don't think will give Liverpool a problem. I don't see them struggling against either of those teams.
So,
Salzburg, they don't got much.
Salzburg is okay,
They
but
got alright players. They got Dabor, and that's pretty much it.
But I mean, it comes down to because I don't know. I think Napoli can surprise because Liverpool's gonna be focused on the league no matter what. They have to. They just have to. They haven't won it in over 20 years.
Yeah, Liverpool might
Almost
not.
20 years.
And I mean, you just came off of a Champions League win. I mean,
The-
you know how hard it's
yeah,
gonna
the
be to win
confidence is
another
gonna be
one.
good.
You know how hard it's gonna be to win another one, and I mean, you haven't won a league title in 20 years.
Yeah,
You
But
want
yeah, I
that
think they're
league
gonna
title.
focus on the Premier League.
I don't
this
think
year.
they're gonna be
You
as
want that
hungry.
league title. You don't.
But this one's not gonna be that hard. Getting out this group's not gonna be hard.
And-
Even if you get out in second place.
And then, but I'm saying I think Napoli can.
I mean, Napoli could do. They could do something. They could do something against Liverpool.
And I mean, they did get Chucky.
They already had a stack team with their
They did.
offense.
But right. So
Didn't they
Alfred,
get Lorente too?
He's going to.
Yeah, they got Lorente too
Llorente.
from the Tottenham striker. So
I
mean,
think they'll focus more on the Italy league though.
Napoli.
Yeah.
especially with this game coming up against.
Yeah, because I mean,
Juventus.
for them too, they know it's gonna be harder.
I mean, the Champions League is super hard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Alfred, what do you think are the 1, 2, 3, and 4?
I think I would say a surprise from Napoli. I would say the first place Napoli, second place Liverpool, third place Salzburg, and fourth place Genk.
You agree, Yuri? Or?
Yeah, Napoli, I feel like he's going to finish first.
I think Liverpool finished first, then Napoli, and then Salzburg and Genk.
I mean, something tells me that Liverpool's gonna finish first, but I think Napoli's gonna beat them in one of the 2 games they play against each other.
Yeah, they might.
All right. So Group F, I think one of the hardest groups.
Nah, I think this is the
Most
hardest group.
entertaining group.
For sure.
This is the hardest group, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, Inter Milan, and Slavia
The
Praha.
last 3 groups are pretty good.
Yeah. But I mean, Barcelona first or what?
I don't know, man.
No.
I think they are.
I mean,
They're
Inter
gonna
last year got Barca as well, and Inter flopped. Nasty.
bad,
Well, but they
did terrible last year.
and they did reinforce with Lukaku.
They-
and
they
Alexis
They
Sanchez.
did have a good transfer window.
I think they pretty much got the same difficult level as they did last year. Because last year they didn't have Dortmund, but they had
They
Tottenham.
had Spurs, yeah.
I think those teams are pretty much even.
But Barca, man, they're struggling,
It is-
especially with. I don't
still
think
They
they'll
got
have
a couple
Messi.
times.
They won't have Messi for the
how
first
long
game.
is Messi out for?
I don't think they'll have Messi for the first game.
Mid-September.
Yeah, that they won't then.
They won't have him, and
Well, the
that.
Champions League starts mid-September, no?
Who do they play?
Who?
The first game. Who does Barca play?
I'm not sure.
But
Isn't
They
it?
play Borussia Dortmund the
Yeah,
first
so
game.
they play
So that's gonna be tough.
first against second. That's the first.
And they play in Dortmund's house.
The Dortmund, it's not going to.
So if Dortmund gets that first win against Barcelona, Barcelona's gonna struggle hard.
How can they struggle though? Their team is stacked.
But they'll struggle, man. They'll struggle.
They can't play together.
Huh?
They can't play together.
They struggled against Osasuna. They just tied against Osasuna 2-2.
But I mean, you look at Borussia Dortmund, and they also are losing against a recently
You do also have them,
Ascended.
but
Union Berlin. Right now, they're losing 3-1.
I think Barcelona's catching a little bit of the Real Madrid effect where you can never just count them out. Like
it's because they're so dependent on Messi, man.
even
Like
even
if
if they're
Messi
playing
is-
bad,
if Messi's not there, Barca's
just-
not there.
Griezmann's purchase was not.
Griezmann's not
That
stepping
was
up,
the
man.
worst. That was one of the
He
worst.
just had those 2 goals, and that was today. He didn't show up today.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
today he's
like
just-
you were saying that
he just shows what he's gonna do.
Messi, Barca depends on Messi, so Real Madrid depended on Ronaldo.
I think they did.
Look at the season they had.
I think Real
That's
Madrid
Ronaldo,
needs somebody
yeah.
to depend on.
They
Yeah,
depend
that's why they
on Ronaldo
bought
so
Hazard.
much.
That's
They need
what-
someone to depend on.
They
They need
need-
someone that they can look up to, like a star that they have.
I think that's what makes teams great. Because if you look at Juventus, like they've been competitive in like all the Champions Leagues. They made it to 2 finals against Real Madrid and Barca. They lost both, but I don't think they were ever seen as like a contender. And as soon as they got Ronaldo,
Yeah.
they're now seen as like a big contender for the Champions League. because it's somebody to depend on. And I think that's why I think Atletico Madrid is gonna do good because they got Felix, and I know he's young, but they do depend on him. But Barca, they have Messi, they have Griezmann, they have Suarez, they have De Jong. They have a stacked team.
But Griezmann disappears when the team is
And
not
they could
there.
have Neymar.
And again, yeah, you add that Neymar.
I
You
just
add
think
Neymar to them.
Griezmann is one of those players. He's not one of those players.
I'm calling it right now. They should make a documentary on Netflix for that Neymar transfer. That thing's
way
like-
too long.
You think it's going?
I don't think he's one.
I think it's gonna end up like anticlimactic, and he's gonna end up staying at.
I think he's staying.
Yeah,
I can't see him going.
It's too long.
PSG wants way too much from him, dude.
I saw another post on Instagram where they were talking about how Juventus is going after him now.
They've been
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that.
And, they're offering Matuidi and who was it Dybala for Neymar. Plus, I
Because
think
they
some
want
cash.
players.
But I don't
Plus
know.
cash,
Those
dude. They're not
those
getting
those
good.
transfers never really happen. When you see like 3 players going to a team, that never really happens. They be saying like,
But they're dumb,
these
bro.
2 players are gonna be
They
offered
should
plus 200.
they should
That
accept
never
money
happens.
plus players. What else do you want?
Well, it's because you want players that want to go to the team. I think that was the problem with Rakitic, because PSG did want Rakitic,
I
but
don't know.
Rakitic didn't want to go, and I mean you can't make a player the same.
Dembele didn't want to go either.
Yeah, the same thing's gonna happen. You can't have a player on your team that doesn't want to play for you, because then he's not gonna be nearly as good as.
I mean, you're keeping Neymar though. He doesn't want.
I think
clearly
that's
doesn't
what
want to play
Neymar
for
is.
you.
Neymar is.
What else could you
It's
want? Just
because
get rid of him.
What can you do when you're PSG? I can't say like if I was a player, I would not have love for that
Oh,
shirt.
that was his
there's
biggest
nothing.
mistake then. Why did he wait to
Why would they
I
buy
don't see
him?
why he would go to that team when there's not really anything to love from that team.
And now
I
he
feel
wants
like,
to go back.
Like a team like Barcelona, he has something to love. There's something there. There's
There's Messi there.
yeah, and they have players that like are great. And in PSG, I mean, there wasn't really much. It's just like what a team that's literally like last 10 years. The only thing they've been doing is wasting money and buying players to become a superstar or big team, and they can't even compete in the Champions League.
Yeah,
So what about Inter?
Yeah, as we were saying, I mean, they had a pretty damn good transfer window with Lukaku and Alexis Sanchez. I think.
That's how they brought in?
yeah, I think so.
They didn't bring in
Yeah.
much. Just that two people.
I mean, those are the two biggest ones.
Oh, and
that
they
are-
did let go of West End, like Golan, didn't they?
And Perisic.
You saw what he's talking about?
Yeah, and Perez.
That he wanted. They didn't want him there.
Who
Really?
said that?
Nangolan.
Why not?
That he wasn't looked at. That they just wanted to put him on the bench.
Why?
I like
That's why he wanted to leave.
Man, he was a beast.
But he was
He's
good.
good, dude. He's
performed.
They
wrong.
want Conte wants Icardi. He don't want them here.
Oh yeah, they have Icardi too.
But
they're stacked.
They couldn't find him a team. Well, he wants going.
yeah,
to
what
Napoli.
happened with Icardi?
He was
I don't
going
know
to
what happened.
Napoli, but he wanted to sign with Juventus. That's what I heard.
I don't know what's up with that dude.
I don't know.
He's good though.
But
He's not bad.
I think he's playing.
But I mean, they
And
have
then you have
Lukaku.
Lukaku and Alexis Sanchez.
But I mean, Alexis Sanchez is. I mean,
He can do a really good comeback.
he
I
could.
mean, he could do good in
Yeah,
the
he
Serie A,
could do
dude.
if he
I think
wants.
so.
If, he,
He's good.
I think he would do good in this.
if they can recover the Alexis Sanchez even from Arsenal, then they got themselves
They have a good
a
good
good
team.
transfer. I mean, Conte. I mean, people don't like him. I remember in Chelsea, the players didn't like him, but I think he's a good
coach.
Yeah.
And I feel like Lukaku's gonna end up like probably like top 2 scorers in the league.
He already scored. He scored in his debut.
He's a beast.
He is. He's a monster.
But I don't know why Alfred hates him.
And that league fits him
I don't hate
perfectly.
him.
You do. You don't
You
like
hate him.
Lukaku.
It's because I don't know. I feel like he's
He's fat.
not that good.
Why?
Like-
Tell us why.
Man, like with Belgium, oof, he missed so much chances with Man U too. He missed so much chances. He's like another Higuain to me. That's what he is to me.
Higuain in his
Except
prime.
he gets lucky. He gets lucky with scoring.
Nah,
and those,
Higuain has touch though. Lo que le falta a Lukaku is his touch, dude. His touch is terrible.
I mean,
He's trash.
he's a tank.
Nah,
bro.
but his touch, dude. Oh my gosh, that thing is nasty.
Yeah, I've seen.
Because his freaking foot is so big.
Nasty. His biggest thing is his body. That's his only thing.
yeah.
His
And
main thing
and
is his body.
and I don't even think he uses it as well as he should or he
His
could.
body and his power. That's what he's all about.
Yeah, there's a player for Club America, Roger. He's like half of Lukaku's size, but man's a tank. If
Doesn't
Lu-
Alexis Sanchez do that too? He uses his body a lot.
yeah,
And he's not that slow. Lukaku's not that slow.
no,
and
he's
he's
not.
big.
He's not. I've seen him do a couple sprints, but
yeah,
if he were to like completely 100% be able to use the body he has, I don't think control would be a problem.
I think Alexis Sanchez might actually adapt.
He's
to
good
the,
though. Lukaku, I think he's gonna do really good there.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a scary man to have up top.
I mean, Lukaku against Piqué and Lenglet.
Because
It's gonna be a good game.
I don't like Piqué. All right,
And
so
what about Dortmund?
Dortmund, I mean, they have Royce. They're pretty much...
Sancho.
Oh, yeah,
He's been doing
Sancho.
on fire. He's been on fire.
Sanchez, he's a monster, dude.
Sancho.
Paco Alcacer coming off the bench.
How long are they gonna play Barcelona in? 1 week?
I think so. 1 week, yeah.
I mean,
They could probably
they
beat them
lost.
the
And
first
Barcelona without Messi.
They lost 3-1.
They could
against-
beat them the first game, but I don't know
Berlin.
about the second game.
Barcelona without Messi.
Wait,
They
what?
just came off of a loss of 3-1. I think that's the last game they're gonna play before this, no?
No,
Before
they're
that,
gonna
No,
play
the
one
Champions
more.
League starts when September 17th?
Yeah, I think 16.
So they're gonna
16,
play one more. That sets the mood for that Barca game. If they lose this or tie them,
They're
next
playing
week-
at home though. At
You
home,
got the
Dortmund's a
yellow
whole
wall.
different.
I don't
team.
know. I think the Borussia might actually like.
But Dortmund's problem is they choke, dude. Like they choke under pressure. They completely.
Who were
fall
they playing?
apart.
Where were they playing in Tottenham the second game? Where were they playing?
I don't know, but they fall apart.
Were they playing in Tottenham Stadium? Dude, I feel like they pay
There's a
attention to the fans a lot.
They choke
Like
though.
that's what boosts them. When they play in their stadium,
there's
they
a
do
few
good.
there's a
But
few teams
They
that
choke.
you can say actually have a home advantage.
yes, dude.
And I think
'cause
Dortmund's one of them.
Right now in Union Berlin, they're playing. Oh my gosh, that stadium was so packed with pure Union Berlin fans. They were going off. I think they were like the yellow wall, pretty much, like Borussia's fans. But they were against Borussia was playing against them. So I mean, they didn't feel at home, and they just lost 3-1, which I think that tells you a lot about the club. That tells you that they actually pay attention a lot about the stadium.
I guess we'll see.
That's gonna hurt them
Yeah.
against Barcelona when they go to Camp Nou. That's gonna hurt them.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think it is.
yeah, I don't know. I still think Barcelona's gonna.
And it's also gonna hurt Barcelona when they go to the Borussia Stadium.
I don't, because I mean, last year Barcelona got Inter
And Spurs, they got out the group easily.
easily.
Yeah, I think Inter might not know how to play against Barca yet.
But Inter has a different coach, man. That coach is really gonna influence them.
Who's the coach?
Conte.
Oh yeah, Conte.
He knows how to
He's
play
gonna
with
do
Serie
good,
A
man.
teams. I mean,
He knows how to play against big teams.
he knows how to do good against good teams.
You know?
I guess we'll see. So, I guess Yuri, who do you think is first, second, third, fourth for Group F?
Barcelona first, of course. And I'll probably take Inter.
Inter second,
Dortmund, and then the
Slavia.
Slavia.
Inter's finishing second.
You guys think?
I think Dortmund's finishing first, then Barcelona, then Inter, and then Slavia.
Well, I guess this is the first.
I could low key see Barcelona not even making
The
it to
first
group.
group
That's what I was
that
gonna think.
I could see that.
I think we're gonna have a disagreement. I think I don't know, man. I think Barcelona's finishing second. I think it's gonna be Dortmund, Barca, Inter, then Slavia. Alfred?
I think first is gonna be Barca. I think second is gonna be Inter. Third is gonna be Borussia, and fourth is gonna be Slavia Praha.
All right. So I guess Group G. I think this is my favorite group. You have Zenit, Benfica, Lyon, and Leipzig.
This group, I think, is the best for like just football fans.
Yeah.
Like people that aren't supporting any of these games just want to watch a good game.
I don't know why that group looks like a Europa League group.
It does. It really does.
does.
It
That's
looks
why.
like a Europa League
But
group.
all these teams are like even.
But
all these
a
teams
good,
are
a good group.
a good group. It's not a bad group
They're all like pretty much like
The same
in terms
level.
of like level. They're all on the same level.
because there's no big team in this group.
Yeah, I think they're usually around their top fours in their individual leagues.
I wouldn't be
All of them.
surprised when any of them finish like first or second.
If who?
Any of them pass.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
could see any of
Yeah.
these in first place.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was like ties.
I think Leipzig is gonna be first. I
Leipzig?
think they'll take it. With
I know
Werner
Leipzig
doing
is
as good,
seven,
with
though.
Werner doing as good as he is right now.
I think Leipzig will for sure.
Werner
probably
and
be first or
Poulsen,
second.
they're on fire right now. Werner has I think 5 goals in just 3 games.
And
He's
Lyon
doing
is
good.
not doing bad either.
Lyon always has a good.
Benfica lost Felix.
Benfica always has an
But
outstanding.
Benfica
player.
always manages to go through.
At
or they
least
lose.
one player. Each
They always lose a good player every year.
And then Zenit with Malcolm.
And Zenit, I think Zenit will be probably the last one.
Yeah, Zenit's probably gonna be last.
Zenit. I don't
But
know.
then it's Russia, you know?
Yeah, so the flight there is gonna be brutal.
Playing in Russia is always difficult.
If they
for
can
any team.
manage to win all their home games, which is not
They have a
that
shot, yeah.
considering the teams they have to face, if they can manage to win all of their home games, they could sneak
And tie
in
a
there.
couple games out away. They
Why
can
would
make
you?
it.
Why do you have to say the Russia games are brutal?
Because you have to fly all the way to Russia. It's like
It's
I mean, for
freezing
one,
over
it's
there.
like the climate
The climate
I
over
mean,
there
I
is super
think-
hard.
I think Germany has pretty similar climate.
and the fans.
Nah, but playing over there is really hard. Like,
Germany's a couple miles away from it. I think Leipzig could.
Russia's the
definitely
hardest
go
place
there.
to play at, I believe, in Europe.
Yeah, because
That's where players hate to play at.
the fans are
They're crazy.
Yeah, and the fans are pretty crazy.
they it's gonna be
I think.
it's gonna be a good
Well,
group.
yeah, I think Zenit is gonna be fourth. Definitely. I don't think. I don't know if they would go through. I don't think they would.
I could see him in third or fourth, but going through will be hard. But
They did just
They
come
could go
off
through.
of Europa League, didn't they? They did play Europa League.
yeah,
last
they
season.
did.
Yeah.
So who do you think is gonna be finishing first, second?
I think Leipzig or Lyon.
Alright, so I'd go first, second, third, fourth.
First Leipzig, second Lyon, third Benfica, and Zenit will be last.
Do you guys agree with that, or
I agree with that. Chris, Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's gonna be Leipzig and Zenit, because Lyon lost a lot of players. I mean, lost what
Fekir was the biggest one, I
their
think.
biggest player.
And he was good.
Yeah, he was. All right, so the last group, Group H, we have Chelsea, Ajax, Valencia, and LOSC.
It is a pretty good group too.
Yeah,
Yeah, this group's not bad.
it's not. I mean,
I want to see how Ajax does without their two big players.
I don't think they're gonna feel the absence of De Jong, because they got my man El Machin scored his debut at the Champions League.
Yeah, they're looking strong still.
Yeah,
And they kept some of the good players
they
in
kept
there.
Ziyech.
Ziyech, I'm surprised he's still there. And
Yeah.
Van de Beek too.
Yeah, Van de Beek. I wanted him to go to Real Madrid, but
Van de Beek's a beast.
Their goalie's pretty good
I mean,
too.
he can still.
Onana.
And they have Bling. They have a pretty good overall team.
They still have a good team, even though they lost two of their best players.
They're definitely gonna be like on par with Chelsea and Valencia.
What do you think about Valencia?
I don't know. Valencia's always hard. They always kind of flop.
Yeah. They
Oh,
do
That
kinda
was
flop.
disappointing.
I would have much rather have Sevilla there instead of Valencia.
Yeah, I
That
would have
team-
taken him as well.
That team would have that group with Sevilla there would have been.
So Valencia always struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know about Lille because they did just lose Pepe.
They lost their best player.
They lost probably, I would say, their best player. I don't know if they can do much without him.
And then Chelsea's lost, bro.
But Chelsea can.
I mean, Chelsea's
Chelsea
been
did
playing
just come
well.
off of the Europa League, though. They did just win. And,
They did, but
And Valencia, if you see Valencia was competing for Europa, they got out like.
I mean, you see Chelsea beating Ajax
quarterfinals?
from last year. If Ajax plays exactly the same, you see Chelsea beating them?
Nah, Ajax still lost too much players.
Nah.
They only lost two.
They played the
Dude,
same.
that was their two main.
I mean, it's
That was their main players, but they still kept the core. They kept the.
It's Alvarez is there. I don't know. I think he's good.
I think Ajax will play exactly the same.
He doesn't play the same position as De Jong, but I saw the.
Nah, I think De Jong's gonna hit him a lot. So that man called the
They're
shots.
gonna definitely lose a lot.
But they kept Tadic too, and Tadic is raw.
The striker, yeah.
Tadic is good, man.
But I don't know if they can do much without the young in the league. That's a lot.
No, I think
For them to
Ajax.
lose.
I think Ajax is a team to beat in this. group.
Who was captain for them? In this
I think
season?
The league.
I'm
The
telling
league,
you,
right?
man.
I mean, they lost their captain.
Ajax is still the team to
that's
beat in
heavy
this
hitters.
in this
I'm
tournament.
telling
They
you.
lost
mean,
their
in this group.
captain, their leader.
In this group, Ajax is the best team.
No, I think Chelsea would beat them.
No, what did Chelsea do last year? Just
talking
make it
about
to
this
They
year.
Europa
won the
League
Europa.
final.
They won the Europa.
This
They
year
lost their
is
best
different.
players as well.
They did, but
They lost Hazard.
But they
I
got
don't know.
Pulisic. Pulisic is
Oh
also.
yeah, Pulisic is good,
And I
but
mean, if
he's
you-
not no Hazard.
Yeah, but they
I
haven't
think
been.
he's better than Tadic.
I don't-
Definitely better
Nah,
than
nah,
Yes,
Tadic
he's
is a
better than
beast.
Tadic.
Nah,
I think.
Yeah,
I think
he
he's
is.
better.
nah, you
He
didn't
is.
watch Ajax's games.
He's more creative. No, I mean,
He's better.
Tadic is a beast.
nah.
He is
No.
good, but
He's a beast.
I mean, he did carry them that game against Tottenham. That
and against
he
Real
was the
Madrid,
only
he
one.
did him up too,
He was
and
the-
against
Chelsea's
Juventus.
He
not
was the
playing
only
bad
one,
though.
though.
Despite Hazard not being there, and despite them not winning like a lot of their games in the league, they
It's
ha-
because
They haven't
They
been
don't.
playing bad.
It's because they gotta find their way to play.
But playing
Yeah,
against
they-
Ajax, I don't see them winning anything. But I don't see them losing against Valencia or Lille.
Probably Valencia tied.
So the top two is definitely between Ajax and Chelsea for sure. But I don't know. I
And
think
Chelsea has Lampard as a manager.
hey,
He's not experienced.
he's a club legend though.
He is, but that's not enough.
It is enough.
It is.
It's not.
It
It's
is.
definitely
It
enough.
How is that enough?
You can tell the
See-
players how he feels.
I mean, Zidane won 3
players.
Champions League in a row.
But Zidane had
Was he
Ronaldo.
experienced?
Zidane had Ronaldo.
But
Chelsea
still.
has Pulisic.
Zidane had good players. Chelsea doesn't have good players.
That was a good one.
Chelsea doesn't have good players.
I'm telling you, they don't
I
have
think
good
they can do
players,
it.
bro. They have
Who?
Willian, Pulisic,
Who
Giroud,
else?
Kante,
Pedro.
Conte.
Pedro.
Conte's a good player.
Abraham.
Nah, Abraham's trash.
I mean, just because he wins a
Kepa.
penalty. Kepa,
Kepa.
They
I
have
think
a stacked team.
I think Kepa's better than Onana,
for sure.
Maybe.
and I think who's
But they said the same exact thing about Ajax last year, and look what they got.
what?
That nobody believed Ajax was gonna do anything.
But
I
they
mean,
had.
because there was no reason to believe why Ajax would.
Exactly.
would
And
do-
this year, why are you saying that Ajax won't even beat
Because
Chelsea?
they lost 2.
No,
I'm not saying they won't.
Because
They
they
lost 2 of those players that were the
Yeah,
reason
and-
why they pushed up.
and it's because it's like they were
They lost two-
unexpected. I mean, against Real Madrid, the second leg,
Yeah.
Real Madrid had it in the bag.
No, the first game they played good though.
Yeah,
The
but
first game Ajax should have won that
they,
game.
what was the score on the first leg?
2-1.
2-1. They had it in the bag.
Nah.
They had they
Second game they got destroyed though.
exactly because they won it. Nobody was expecting. After Ajax took out Real Madrid, was when everybody was like, "Oh, okay, they're for real." And then they took out Juve.
Nah, if you looked at their group stages, they finished first in their group,
Yeah, but still, I don't think anybody.
and they had Bayern in that group.
Bayern is. I'm telling you, Bayern's.
But
tough.
I
No,
I would still even say Bayern's better than Chelsea.
Bayern is good, especially Lewandowski's doing really good right now. He has 6 goals in 3 games.
Well, they can be good in the
that's amazing.
Bundesliga, not the
I
Hey,
just
but
don't see how
still,
Chelsea will do anything. They're not even top 4 right now. They're nowhere near top 4.
But they've been playing good though.
But they don't win. And Ajax plays good and they win.
Once they take, I mean, the team they played against Alpok to qualify for the Champions League.
Who Ajax?
Yeah, they barely won
Yeah, they won.
They struggled.
2-0. They won. Oh yeah, was it 2-1 or 2-0?
Yeah, I don't know, but I know
It was
they won by a
2-0.
goal.
2-0.
2-0.
Mhm.
But they just beat that other team 3-0 to qualify, didn't they?
Which one? No, the last game was against.
Don't worry, it's on
Oh,
the
yeah.
score.
Yeah,
Who
they
did they beat? Who did they win
They beat him like 2-3-0.
against?
no, they barely won that one because I think Edson Alvarez was the only one that scored. Edson Alvarez and Tadic.
But it was 2-0.
2-0, I believe.
But they can always go to their academy and get like good 3-4 players.
It's 'cause
it can't be bring. I mean,
Maybe there's
Yeah, they
upcoming
can.
stars that they might
Their
have
core
in the
players stayed in, except just 2 that left. But other than that, you
No,
kept
they
the
didn't.
exact same squad.
so the last they played. They tied the
That's
first.
like I think that's
the-
like if
The
if-
first to qualify for the Champions League against Apol Nicosia, they tied 0-0. And then the second leg, they won 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think Ajax losing those 2 players, like if Liverpool lost, let's say Van Dijk and who else? Who's another center mid that they have?
Wijnaldum?
now if they
Nah,
lost
I think
Fernandinho,
It's like yeah.
it's like if they lost Fernandinho.
Fernandinho.
And-
no,
and
no,
Van Dijk.
Fabinho.
You mean
Fabinho.
Yeah,
It's like if they
Fernandinho.
lost.
I always get them
Maybe
confused.
Fabinho.
They look alike.
Fabinho's
not-
kind of bench sometimes.
Fabinho's not the lead. I mean, the...
No,
Yeah, he's
Fabinho's
not a
not.
star. It's like if they
Fabinho's
lost
not
a
the
lot,
young
pretty
one.
much.
Nah,
Is he-
Nah, because they didn't score their goals. The Young didn't score any goals.
But
He
he
just
held
scored
it
one,
down.
maybe.
And the league also held it down. It's like definitely the league is like
If they lost CH, I
Losing
could
the-
see how they might struggle.
losing
but they
the
kept
league.
him.
Losing the league was like losing Van Dijk for Liverpool. Like that's really what it was. That's their core. That's everything for them, pretty much.
Nah,
So
it
you
wasn't
comparing
everything.
Van Dijk with the league.
I think when you talk about how important they are to their team, I think Ajax. I think the league contributed as much to Ajax as Van Dijk contributes to Liverpool.
Yeah, but
I'm not
point-
saying maybe they're the same skill. Like I think Van Dijk might be probably is a little better.
probably definitely better than.
But I think that's the core of Ajax. That was the core. Him
Nah, I think the core was a group. I don't think they outstand. They shine anybody else.
Who else are they gonna play in that position though?
Edson Alvarez.
It's
Yeah,
Alvarez.
no,
He doesn't play
Alvarez.
CM. He doesn't play center back.
He's not gonna do what he did though.
Well, I mean, the first league game.
But I feel like that team. You're
as a
you're
center
saying that those two players were everything for the team, and I think the team
No, they
itself
weren't
was just
everything.
a good team.
They weren't everything, but they were a lot of it. I think
They were a lot,
over
but the
half of that
team overall, the team was just good because of the team.
I'm telling you,
No players shined.
The fact that Edson Alvarez came in and scored the first debut game in the Champions League, I think it's gonna be a lot more helpful than it seems, because everybody like us, we're thinking that without De Jong and De Ligt, they're nothing, and
They're gonna struggle more.
And the same guy, their replacement comes on
but they have
and
good
scores
players.
the first goal. The confidence that the team is putting on him.
You kept the same coach.
The only
you
reason
keep
why
the same
he,
play style. I don't see how you're gonna struggle.
But even Ajax from last season with De Jong and De Ligt, I still think Chelsea.
No, Chelsea wouldn't have beat that team.
Ah,
Juventus couldn't even beat that team.
Nah, I don't think
And
that
Chelsea's
Chelsea would've
garbage.
beat last season, but this
Juventus
season
played
is
Chelsea.
different.
Juventus,
played
do
bad.
that game.
Juventus did play bad, but they beat Real Madrid too.
No,
Real
but
Madrid was bad too.
And who is Chelsea?
They won the
Chelsea's
Europa
doing
League.
good.
Against
And they won-
who?
Arsenal.
Who's Arsenal?
And they beat them
top
like
14.
4-0.
Oh my
They beat them
gosh,
at
don't
what,
joke
4-2?
around.
Top 10 team in the
5-2?
Premier League.
They beat them 4-2 or 5-2.
yeah.
How did Chelsea lose against Man City? They lost
Man
what,
U?
4-5-0?
More
I
than
mean,
Man U?
that's Man City.
That's Man
dude.
City, exactly. Man City
Didn't they
went
lose
up
against
against
Man U?
I
Man
really-
City lost against
That
Tottenham.
makes no sense.
I really wanted that game, Man City versus Ajax. I wanted it so bad.
That would have been a good game.
That would have been in a. Oof.
Who do we have
And
to
how are
do
you
to
telling
win?
me that Chelsea could stack up against Ajax then?
They can.
Not last
They
season.
can.
We're gonna see.
This
Next
season,
No
they
way,
can actually
dude.
beat 'em.
Or
Not
maybe
last
a
season.
tie. I think it might
Nah.
actually be a tie too.
I mean,
I can see it be a tie too.
it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game, but I don't think Chelsea could do anything. They
They
couldn't
can.
even beat who they tie against today.
I
Hoff,
forgot.
no, it was.
Who was it?
Let me check.
One of the really bad teams in the league.
Oh, Sheffield United.
Sheffield. Oh
Sheffield
yeah, the
United,
newly
they just went
ascended
up.
team. Yeah.
They tied 2-2, and you're telling me they're gonna beat
But they
Ajax?
played good.
That's the whole
Please.
point. Playing good and winning.
And Zuma scored an own goal.
That's the reason why. I mean,
So
you
much
can't
just
really blame
lead
it.
the team.
Exactly.
And I mean, how much did Ajax lose against freaking what's their name? Feyenoord. They lost 6-0 against Feyenoord.
That was a
last
long
season.
time ago, though.
That was the game before Real Madrid.
And look what they
And
did against
how
Real
did
Madrid.
Real Madrid? I guess they thought that they was an easy team. Oh, Feyenoord beat them 6-0. I mean, look at that.
No, in
You're
that
telling
case,
me
then Juventus would have beat
that
them.
doesn't matter that they played that bad.
Right, so you
Chelsea
think-
played bad
So you
against
think
Sheffield.
Frankie the
Uh-huh.
Young and Matthijs Lever, like they were actually.
You said Chelsea plays good, but they can't take the results
mean,
out. They can't win.
If Chelsea would have lost 6-0, you never know. They could have still beat Ajax like Ajax did to Real Madrid. Ajax that season, like 2 weeks before
Chelsea's
the game
not going to
against,
do nothing this season.
2 weeks before the game against Real Madrid, they lost 6-0 against Feyenoord. Who would have thought they would have beat Real Madrid? I mean, Chelsea can
Nobody.
pull off the same surprise.
Chelsea wasn't even in Champions League last year.
Hey, but they
2
did win
years
Oh,
the
ago,
Europa.
3 years ago.
But they play in the Premier. That's
Premier
much more
League,
competition.
yeah, it's way more difficult.
Then-
But what did Ajax do
the
last season
Dutch.
compared to Chelsea's?
They went to the semifinal.
To the semifinal. And who they beat?
yeah,
They
but
beat the 3-time champion and they
A
beat
dead Real
Juventus.
Madrid, a completely washed down Real
Yeah.
Madrid.
They lost the
and,
first game 2-1.
and a horrible playing
Juventus.
Juventus.
And they tied the first game
that
against
Juventus
Juventus
was
1-1.
was awful, dude.
That Juventus was bad.
Bro, they lost to the
horrible.
Spurs,
And they pretty
bro.
much beat Tottenham. Tottenham just got lucky in the last minute.
Yeah.
They lost to
Nah.
the Spurs, dude.
That, if you can't tell me that was not a lucky goal.
No,
No, well, let me
that-
see. I mean,
that-
That goal,
No
Mora's
way.
goal. Oh my
you
God,
can
that
say
was
you,
one of the
Oh,
no,
luckiest
you-
games.
hold up, no,
Luckiest
hold up,
games.
hold up.
No way.
You can say it was lucky. It was pure, like just like mentality. They outplayed Ajax.
'Cause they don't have-
Any other team would have stopped going for
No,
it.
what Ajax struggled with, they had no experience in being there before.
Yeah.
None of those players were there before.
They didn't.
They didn't know what they were playing for. They wanted to keep on going and attacking, and an experienced team would have controlled that game. But Ajax kept on attacking when they were up 3-0. That's not what the team is supposed to do.
Either.
They have more experience than Ajax.
I mean, I feel like sometimes
But
that's what they need to do, though.
full credit to Tottenham. They did not stop.
Yeah.
Like any other team would have just,
Yeah, I'll give it to them.
they were.
But I mean, like Ajax, they were really close to scoring like 3 times.
Exactly.
With Tadic and Zajic,
They hit the post twice.
They hit the post a lot
But
of
they
times.
didn't make it.
Pulisic
And
was
this is the
scoring.
thing. I think that was good that they kept on.
Pulisic
attacking.
couldn't
They
even
just-
score against Sheffield, and you tell me he's gonna score against Ajax.
Well, he gave an assist against Liverpool,
An assist. That's it, really.
and he scored a penalty.
I mean, against
And that's
Liverpool.
it. And he's gonna beat Ajax.
Of course.
I mean,
With
you
a
can't
penalty
forget,
and assist.
You can't forget Chelsea tied against. They should have won that game. I mean, they should have won that game pretty much.
Sayac had a better season last year
played
than
that game
Pulisic
against
has had his
Liverpool.
entire
Last season,
career.
not this season. I don't see.
They
him coming
nearly
this
beat-
season.
But what has Pulisic done this season?
Chelsea nearly beat the Champions League winners.
How much goals has Pulisic scored?
Just 3 weeks ago, they almost beat the Champions
He's a
League
winger.
winners. They
He's a
almost,
winger. Sayac is a winger too.
They almost beat the
I mean,
winners.
Well, you can't compare
Chelsea
them.
and Tottenham are on the same level.
Nah.
You can't compare them
Yeah,
to Randy
they're not
with
the
the-
same.
They are.
Netherlands
They're not on
league.
the same level.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
No, they're not.
The only thing that I think
Tottenham just made it to the final. How are they on the same
And they
level?
lost against Liverpool.
Against
Ajax,
Liverpool.
they choked.
Chelsea lost against Liverpool in the cup too.
They did, but barely. They put up more on competition. Tottenham, oh my goodness.
They still lost.
Last Champions League, it was Van Dijk.
Who did Tottenham take out
and
last
Matip
season?
and
Who
all
did
of
they take out?
they took out Dortmund,
Ajax.
Bayern Munich.
Ajax, they took out.
And who else? Man City, the team that beat Chelsea,
Oh,
what,
yeah,
5-6-0? They took them out.
Bayern Munich.
When did they beat them?
They beat Man City.
Yeah, remember the VAR goal that they didn't allow?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Hey, they took Man City
No.
out. Man City was
They
a
didn't
contenders.
beat them 5-0, Chelsea.
They beat them 4-0 last
both
season.
legs. On both legs in the Champions League, they a lot.
Who to Chelsea?
No, Man City beat Chelsea 4-0 in last season.
That was last season though.
That was last season.
You're talking about last season.
Nah,
we'll
'cause they
see, we'll
focused on
see.
Europa League a lot.
How about the last game they played when Kepa didn't want to step out?
That was penalties.
Yeah, and he
They got
stopped
the
it.
penalties.
Yeah.
And he said all of them.
They've
still
gotten better
lost.
ever since.
Is that a loss or a win?
I mean, they gotten better ever since.
How?
That
If you
4-0.
lose Hazard, you
That
lose
was
your best
after the
player.
4-0. That was after the 4-0.
How much goals does Hazard score for him last season?
A lot.
Hazard won him the Europa League.
Hazard is a big blow.
He won him the Europa League last season.
Not by himself.
He pretty much did.
No, he did.
Yes, he did.
Can't
I
think
mean,
of it.
Giroud disappears.
Giroud scored that goal against
No,
us.
but Giroud disappears
He's a big
so
monster.
bad. He
They had Higuain.
disappears bad.
Oh, yeah, they had Higuain
Imagine
too.
winning the Europa.
They lost
League with
Higuain,
Higuain
too.
on your squad. Imagine that. That's what they did with last season.
I think Abraham is gonna become a star.
They have Jorginho.
Abraham missed that penalty, bro.
No, Abraham is good, man. That goal against Sheffield right now, he got that ball and he controlled it and he shot
But
that.
overall, I think
volley
Chelsea has a better team than
immediately.
Ajax. Overall.
I think so too, but I think Ajax is like
They know
their
how to play
coach.
together.
They might have a better
They got
team.
playing style.
They might
Yeah,
have a
the
better
collective,
team.
The Ajax collective work is better than Chelsea's, but
That's
Chelsea
what I think
has
about
better.
Chelsea.
They have better players, but Ajax has a better team.
Chelsea
They have a
right
better
now,
system.
They're still trying to find out their playing. They're still. I mean, it's the first month of the.
This is what I'm saying.
part.
And you bring in a
Ajax-
coach. You bring in a coach that doesn't have much experience.
Dude, he's
So
doing
this
good,
year, what do
though.
you expect from Chelsea this year?
He's doing good.
I expect him to
Doing
get out of the
good.
group.
Being in ninth place isn't doing good.
I think he's doing good. I think he's.
How?
I
You're
mean,
in ninth
give him
place.
two more
The way they've been playing
Give
is
him
good.
2
They
more
just
weeks.
haven't been able to
But
win.
what's the
They just
point?
can't bring it together. They're gonna bring it back together. I think give them a couple of weeks and it's all together.
Real Madrid's
You're gonna
Solari's
be
Real
amazing.
Madrid played good against Barca, and look where Solari's at.
Oh, but Solari's-
Where's Solari at?
Solari's
He
trash.
played good. That game they played good.
Solari's didn't have what it took to be coach at.
And Lampard does.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think
How?
he does.
He's
Lampard's a
legend.
legend.
He's a legend.
Solari was good for Real Madrid too.
But he wasn't a
never
legend.
He wasn't a legend, but
Before Solari was appointed to the Real Madrid team, you couldn't tell me you knew who he was.
I
No,
didn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Lampard
wasn't-
is pretty much the symbol. Of
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Lampard.
He is, but not just because of that. It means he's gonna do
He's their
good.
first.
Lampard's a devil.
No, he might not be the first, but he's their first.
Titi Henry
big
was a
big
legend for Monaco. Where's Titi Henry?
He was
Titi Henry was a legend for Arsenal.
And
But
for
the
Monaco
thing is,
too.
Titi Henry never even played at the style at the point where Lampard's playing.
And
at
Lampard
Chelsea.
is. I could see Lampard being sacked in 6 months.
Now, that'd be
6
really
months?
disrespectful.
I could see that.
That-
Where's he at?
that'd
He's
be
in ninth place.
disrespectful.
And he doesn't have experience.
Sarri wasn't in ninth place
He
last year.
brought a Derby County that was doing horrible, and he got him to 4th place to
Sarri
play that,
wasn't in last place
to play
though.
that playoff game against Aston Villa. With
Sarri won on the Europa.
He lost against John Terry.
I mean, that's
Well, why didn't you hire John Terry
I think he
instead?
did good though.
John Terry
Aston Villa was almost a promoted team the year before that. They did pretty good. They finished.
John Terry's a legend too.
It's not better than Lampard.
He's a legend.
Oof,
Not bad, Lampard.
who's more of a legend, John
He's
Terry?
a legend for
Lampard.
Chelsea.
Lampard is much more of a legend.
I don't know.
Especially
I'd have to
because
agree with
They were both there the same years.
Bro,
I
you
think
can't-
Yeah,
you
but
can't
Lampard-
say John
Lampard
Terry
is
was
more-
better than Lampard.
They played different positions. I'm not saying he was better.
Lampard
But
was
of
much
course, they
more
would
of
have
a
hired
legend.
Lampard.
If
Why?
you ask me, when you think about Chelsea,
He lost
you think
against John
about
Terry in the
Lampard or
final.
He
Chelsea.
control the midfield and the offense. Terry just be like, oh, the defenders.
Yeah.
John Terry was the captain.
But yeah, that's because he's a center back, though.
He was still the captain.
He was old.
Lampard's the same age, around the same age.
Lampard's
Well, let's throw Drogba into the mix.
Oof.
Nah,
No, that's too
Drogba
much.
doesn't go in there yet.
I think he does.
But I'm just saying, you can't expect much from Chelsea this year.
Yeah, you
They just
can.
hired a
You
new
can.
coach.
I think you're underestimating Chelsea.
Derby
No.
County.
I've seen Chelsea
He
play.
did
Alright,
good with Derby
so-
County.
so-
He has
So
experience. I
first
think.
place, second place, third place, and fourth place for Group H. Who do you guys have? Who do you guys think? First, second, third?
I think Chelsea first, Ajax second, Valencia third, and Lille fourth. That's
Do you
what
guys agree? Or?
I think Ajax first, Valencia second, Chelsea third, and Lille fourth.
I want Ajax to finish first just because of Edson Alvarez, so yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Edgar. But I do think Chelsea's gonna not do as bad as people think they are.
I'll go with Alvarez.
Do you think? So you think Chelsea's finishing above Ajax?
Yeah, because they have a better team.
They do, but the system.
Bro,
We'll
yeah.
see, man.
I guess we'll see.
Same thing was said about Ajax last year.
Yeah, I guess so. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Top Flight Soccer TV, and I guess see you guys next podcast.
Subscribe.